Okay, once again, welcome to the Tulane football video preview. We're going to recap the 2018 football season and look ahead to the 2019 football season. Last year, the Tulane Greenway finished 7-6 in the overall rankings and also 3-2 in the conference. So I look at it this way: this football team right here, I'm gonna tell you, look, this team's going to be destined for greatness in the coming season. Because, look, I'm going to be honest with you, look, they might be underachieving and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, long as we got a coach like Willie Fritz to come in and give this team some newfound hope, I'm going to tell you right now, look, this is something I'm going to be looking forward to um, doing 2019 and beyond. So that's one thing I'm looking at for this football team. So last year, let's recap what happened last year. 7-6 last year. They did lose. They finished 3-2 in the conference. Last year's rankings was 81st, so they was 81st in rankings. Strength for schedule, they was ranked 76. Also, this is from Ramsey Massey ratings. You can go to kimmassey.com. You can get any information on any college football team, whether it's Tulane, LSU, or whatever, anything in between. Let's focus on the games from last season. Um, they played the first game against Lake Forest. That was a very close game. That was a 6-point game right there. Now, the next week they take on Nichols. That was an FCS opponent, and they won 42 to 17. So I look at that. That was a blowout right there. But the next week we started losing, so we went on a losing streak. We went 2-5 before we turned it around and finished 7-6. So against UAB, we lost by 7. So that was the closest games right there. A 7-point loss to UAB. Now we go up to Ohio State and we get blown the fuck out. That's something right there, 49-6. That was expected right there. So we would lose. We would start off 1, 2. So we would start off with two. We was 2-5. So we start off with 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 loss. Once we start conference play, we started off. We was 2-5. We was 2-5 going into the. So we started conference play. We did win that game against Memphis. That was a blowout. Also, we went to Cincinnati and we got blown out there. But SMU was a very close game. We always play SMU very close. It was a 4-point loss, to be exact. 4-point loss. Now, here's how we started to go. So we was 2-5. 2-5. We won 2 games. So we won 2 games in conference. So and we lost. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Like I said, close to 5 games. So we was 2-5, close to 2-5. So we go back next week. We play Tulsa and we win by 7 once again. So we win by 7. So these were closer games in the American Conference. But we went to South Florida. That was on November the 3rd, and we literally lit up South Florida. Now, East Carolina. We had East Carolina here. They were 3-9. They had a pretty good shitty record, but we won that game. We won that game by 6. Now we took on Houston. The Houston game, if we would have won that game, we'd have had a chance to go win the championship outright. But nope, we just I had a three-way tie with Houston and Memphis. So that was and us three-way tie for the conference Western Division. So the last game was Navy. It came down to a 2-point conversion in that Navy game. It was 29-28. We was down. We was down. I say 29-21. We came back in the football game. We scored that 27 point. It was, and we went to we hit the 2-point conversion. We made the 2-point conversion. So it was 29. It was 29 to 20, 28, 27. But we went for that 2-point conversion and we won that game. Now the bowl game, we took on ULL and we had a 15-point. We destroyed them. So they had a pretty good squad and they fought us to the end. But I'm gonna tell you, truth of the matter is, they did come back, but we won this game. We won this game emphatically, 41-24. So the records, we finished 7-6. We also, like I said, we finished 3-2. So the first conference win was against Memphis. Second conference win was against Tulsa. Second win was against Tulsa. And we got our third conference win against East Carolina, but we fell apart. So we lost against Houston. And we lost against, like I said, Cincinnati. We lost against Cincinnati. And we lost against Houston. So we finished 3-2 in the conference. So that's one thing you can bank on the conference play. Look, once you win that conference, you most likely will have a chance to win the championship. So that's my take on this the 2018 schedule. So let's go over to let's see. So that in the conference we finished once again 3-2. So let's go ahead and show you that in the AAC West. So that was the AAC West. So we played mostly the Western Division schools, which is Navy, Houston, Tulsa, and Memphis. So we got 3 wins out of the Western Division, out of 2. 3 wins out of 2. We also played. I don't know if we played the Eastern Division. We did play Navy. So those 3 wins right there in that conference play. So let's go ahead and pull this up. I'm about to go over some stat history. So we're going to begin going over some stats on the Tulane football team. Let's begin with our first one, scoring offense. Let's go ahead and look at break down the scoring offense. So this is Tulane. I'm showing it in my screen. Okay, scoring offense. Last year, Tulane was finished 8th in the American Conference and also 81st National League. He scored 26.8 points a game. So I'm be honest with you, we have to be more consistent in scoring offense. We want to be the top 5 team going in to conference play next year. So that 26.8 points wasn't, like I said, wasn't enough, but at least it's a start. But the truth of the matter is, you can be better. You can absolutely be better. So let's begin looking at the total yards of offense from last year. We'll rank the total yards of offense. I'm about to highlight it. Okay, Tulane finished 8th in total offense with 401.1 yards a game. Also 69th overall. So that's like I said, total offense has got to improve this year for the Tulane Green Wave. That's something they're going to be harping on this year. So let's go ahead and go over some. Let's pull up the highlight the total run offense, the running game, the run offense. I'm about to highlight it. Give me 1 second. I know this is a recording, so I'm gonna highlight it. You'll see this in the video when we record upload it. Okay, Tulane finished 5th in running. They had 218.2. That was rushing the football, so I'm very happy about that. They finished 23rd in the nationally, so that's a start right there with Willie Fritz's offense. Let's hope it continues this year. We don't want to fall from the top 5 to the cellar, which is dead last in the conference in total rushing offense. So we have to maintain our top 5 ranking. We have to maintain that top 5 ranking running the football for the for this year. And we'll show you the rosters in just a few minutes. So also, let's give you the passing offense. I'm going to give you the passing offense throwing the football last year. Okay, last year we was ranked 9th in passing offense. That's unacceptable. We got to be more consistent passing the football. We only averaged 182.9 yards a game. 182.9 yards a game. 103rd in the conference. That's pathetic. We got to give Justin McMillan, whoever's going to be the quarterback for Tulane this year, some time to pass. Because if we don't give him time to pass, guess what? The passing offense will be non-existent. So that's very important. That depends on what the O-line is going to do this season for Tulane football. So I just wanted to bring that out there. Passing offense was very pitiful last year. We have to be better. I mean, I know the running game. We have a legitimate running game with Dolphine and Bradwell coming back. But the truth of the matter is, look, we got to have a passing game as well. I don't care if you throw a short screen. I don't care if you throw 10 to 15 yard short routes and stuff like that. Just get a good passing game. So that's the first couple of breakdowns we did. Total offense, scoring offense, running the football. So that is the first couple of keys we broke down. Okay, the next one we're going to be breaking down is the downs in the distance. That's important. The downs in the distance are very important because, see, like first down, you got to continue getting the first downs. Because if you don't get the first downs, guess what? You're going to be off the field real quick, and your drives will be wasted time. So let's begin looking at the first down offense from last year. First down offense, Tulane had 243 first downs. They was ranked 9th in the conference and 95th overall. That's not good. So you got to get first downs. You got to improve on those first down offenses. Because if you don't improve on that, that's the main thing. That's going to kill your season right there. You got to continue to get those first downs. Because that can turn into second down in an instant. So, first and 10 can turn into first and 15 or first and 20 or whatever. We don't want to be in first and 20. You'd have to go 20 yards to get a pass off. And they're going to rush. And definitely those defenses in the American Conference is going to rush. So that's important right there. um, to note that we have to have an effective first down offense to bear. Now let's go ahead to the third down efficiencies. Um, in the That's on offense. Let's go ahead and give you the third down efficiency analysis. Okay, last year conference rating 11, 105th nationally. Here's the thing about that third down offense. We got to learn to convert on third down. We only converted 35% of our third down conversions. So that's important right there. We got to convert on third down. Because if you don't convert on third down, you're going to be giving up the ball 10 times a game. So that is important right there. I cannot stress that enough. On these videos, I cannot stress that enough. So let's go to the fourth down conversions. I'm going to go ahead and give you a fourth down conversion take on it. Switch it back. Sorry about everything. I'm about to switch in 1 second back in. Let me go ahead and switch it back in. I pressed the wrong button, so I apologize for everything. So we're going to go back to the efficiency on fourth down. So we're going to begin our ranking summary on fourth down efficiencies. Let's go ahead and look at that. So we did all the other ones. Fourth down efficiency. Okay, fourth down efficiency. Fourth down efficiency. We was ranked 12th in the AAC. That's atrocious. That's absolutely atrocious. You cannot win games by having a conference ranking of 12 and also 120th nationally. That's something Willie Fritz is going to have to work on this year. Is getting converting those fourth downs. They're going to have to. I don't care if they have to do extra drills to get those fourth downs um, beaten in their head. That's one thing. You can't win games like that. You can't win games in that situation. So now we broke down the downs and the distance. So we'll begin with defensive stuff. So I'm going to go over the defensive stuff as well. I'm about to do that in 1 second. Let's go switch out to scoring defense. Let's go over to the scoring defensive side of the football. I'm about to do that 1 second. I'm about to highlight scoring defensive side of the football. Okay, scoring defense. Last year we was ranked 4th, so that was very good. I'm very proud of this team for not giving an inch on scoring. They gave up 27.5 points in scoring defense, so that's very improving right there. I'm very happy about that. So we should be okay this year. Because look, if you give up points, whether it's in the first half, whether it's in the second half, teams will take advantage of that situation. And you can bet your bottom dollar on these situations. That's going to hurt this team. So I'd say the top 5 it's okay. I'm very happy about this. Now let's go over to the total defense. Let's give you total defensive analysis. I'm using NCAA rankings and stuff like that, so we can give you an in-depth look. Okay, total defense for the Green Wave. Last year they gave up 406.8 yards a game. That was ranked 3rd in the conference, so I'm very happy about that total defense not giving in. They're going to give up yards, but the thing is, you have to minimize. They also ranked 75th overall in the NCAA in total defense out of 129 teams ranked. So that is something I'm very happy with. Two areas on defense, um, scoring and total. That's something I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be pleased with. So that is something we're gonna be have to keep doing all season long during this 2019 football season. So that is the we were ranked, like I said, once again. We'll show the rankings again. We were ranked third in the conference with and also 75th. So let's go ahead and begin breaking down the defensive side, running the football on defense, giving up yards. Let's go ahead and give you that analysis. Okay, Tulane on run defense was ranked second in the conference and 46 overall. They gave up 147.3 yards a game. So I'm very enthused about that. So the first three areas we did break down. I'm seeing signs of improvement. So hopefully it will continue into the 2019 football season. So we're looking forward to the run defense picking up where they left off last season. So that's I'm looking forward to. Now let's go up to the passing defense. Let's go to let's see, passing yards allowed. We'll go ahead and go over the passing yards allowed. That's passing defense, passing yards allowed for the Greenway football team. Passing yards allowed. We'll show you that on the screen. It's everything's going to be highlighted. So if you want to, like I said, if you see this video, you will see everything that I'm highlighted. Okay, passing yards allowed. Tulane was ninth in passing defense. So with 259.5 yards, there was ranked 107th. So that's not good enough. We have to be a very good passing defense if we're going to win games. We have to have a pass rush. That's the thing about the passing defense. And we also have to have a sustainable secondary and cornerback where they can get passes broken up or intercept those balls. So that's the main thing we're gonna be looking at this year is passing defense. That's the thing about that on the defensive side of the football. So that's one thing we're going to be looking at. Okay, let's go ahead and give you the running game. I'm about to pull that up in 1 second. We just did. Sorry about that. We just did. So my mistake there. So we just went over the run defense and the pass defense. So we're going to go look at sacks. Sacks against. Let me see if I can pull that up and see if I can get sacks against. Okay, sacks allowed or sacks for. Okay, team sacks last year. Tulane had 3.15 sacks. That's perfect. I'm very happy about the sacks going up. They were ranked first in the American Conference in team sacks, and also also ranked nationally 8th in the team sacks category. So I'm very happy about those team sacks being up there. So I want to see that improve all season long. So now we'll go over the tackles for loss. Let's go ahead and go over the tackles for loss. About to switch it back in. Give me a second. Sorry about everything. I just kind of pressed the wrong button. I mean, I know, I know this is a recording and stuff like that. So I'll just go back to it. So we're gonna go back to the let's go back to the tackles for loss from last season. Okay, tackles for loss for last season. We were temp and we were ranked temp in tackles for loss. That's not good. Also 109th in tackles for loss. That's nationally. We had 7.00, so we got to be a little bit more consistent on tackles for loss. That's on the defensive side. Now, turnover margin. I'm going to be looking at the turnover margin. We'll also be looking at the downs and distance. So let's go look at the turnover margin. Turnover margin. I'm trying to see. Okay, gain. We'll go ahead and look at turnovers gained. Tulane was ranked 10th in turnovers gained. That's in the American Conference. Also, they had 18 turnovers gained. So that's something we have to get more of. We have to be better in that area because turnovers is very important for us to get the ball back. That's important right there. We have to get the ball back every single time. Because if you don't get it back, guess what? You're not getting the ball back. If you don't get it back, your team's not going to get it back. And it's not going to, and they're going to have that ball all day. And they'll take advantage of the defense. So that's important. So let's go over the turnover margin okay, we were at last year we were at minus 0.08. We was ranked 8th in turnover margin. We also was ranked 73rd in turnover margin there. So that's important right there. We have to keep that turnover margin. If we get one, and if we give up one, it's got to be an even number. We got to be at least probably plus, minus 2, plus. We got to be in the plus category. That's very important. We got to be in that plus category in the giveaway takeaway ratio. So that's very important. So we did go over the turnovers. Let's go over to the downs and the distance. And we'll also we forgot to do the red zone offense, so we'll do the red zone offense after we do the defensive stuff. Okay, let's begin first down defense. I'm gonna go ahead and begin looking at the first down defense. I don't know why I keep pressing this button right. I don't know why I keep pressing. So I'm sorry about everything. We have to go back. So I know this is a recording. I can go back anytime because this is only a recording. I know it's a little tricky, but so sorry about that. Let's go ahead and go over to the first down defense. I was supposed to highlight it, but I didn't. So let's go ahead and now I got it. So first down defense for the Tulane Green Wave last year was ranked 5th. We gave up only 280 first downs. They were also ranked 94th overall. So that's going to be a double-edged sword right there on first down defense. If we prevent first downs, because if you prevent first downs on the opposing side, you can get off the field entirely. And 1, 2, 3 quick downs right there on those quick 3 downs. So now let's go to the third downs. Let's go to the third down conversion tabs on the other side. Everything you're seeing in this video, it's highlighted. So okay, on third down defense, we was ranked 2nd, so we only gave up 33.7% on third down, so that it's outstanding. I like to see that. We have to get off the field on third down. That's something. Look, because if you don't get off the field on third down, you're just prolonging that drive. You're prolonging drives for the other team. So that's the main um, let me say main insinuation that on defense we have to be very blunt and get them off the field on third down. The defense, because the defense could be tired and and they can be exposed on third down. Whether it's 3rd and 1, whether it's 3rd and 2, whether it's 3rd and 3, whether it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. That's those mediums. You're gonna have to be very consistent. I mean, what you can do, make some play calls. So you have to make those adjustments. Say, for instance, if you're 3rd and 6 and your percentage is ranked second, you can use those percentages. That's what it's called. It's a game of percentages, football. So, so I'd say it's very important we get those third downs um, um, rectified. So the next one we'll be going over is the 4th down conversion attempts by the other team. 4th down conversions. Let me highlight this. Let me see if I can set up a highlight package right there. Okay, there it is. On 4th down, that's an improvement. 4th down, I'm very impressed with this 48%. So this is something that Tulane was working on, because every time Tulane had a gaudy defensive coordinator, they couldn't get off the field on 4th down. But this coordinator, Jack Curtis, he knows what the hell he's doing. He'll see if it's 4th and 1, or it's 4th and 2, or it's 4th and 5, and they try to go for it in that situation. He can dial up a play that could get them off the field in no time. He can dial up a play. Jeff Curtis. So I have a lot of faith in Jeff Curtis. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of faith in Jeff Curtis being the defensive coordinator for Tulane. So that is the breakdown there. Let's go ahead and go over to the red zone efficiency. That's on defense, and we'll go back to the red zone offense. Where this is recording, so this is we can do that. So go ahead and go back to the red zone defense. I'm about to post it up right here. Okay, I'm gonna highlight it. Okay, the red zone defense last year. I'm very happy with this red zone defense. They only gave up less than 80%. That's not bad. I'm very happy about this. It makes me happy when I see these red zone numbers on defense, and we're ranked second in the conference, and I'm very happy about that. Also 24th overall, so 24th overall in those red zone defenses. So I'm very excited about that. So I want to see more. I want to see more. What happened last year when we had those good numbers. So that's one thing I'm going to be focusing on this year, doing our my rants and stuff like that, and doing my post game stuff. So okay, let's go back to the red zone offense. We forgot to do that. We'll go ahead and go back to the red zone offense. We're going back on the offensive side of the football for a few minutes in this video. Red zone offense last year we was at 90.91%. That is very impressive. So that's second in the conference. You're in the top 2 right there. That's good. I am very happy about that. About the red zone offense last season. Because if you can convert 90% of your scores, we'll show you another clip. So we'll show you another red zone efficiency. What I mean here, on 30 of 33 attempts, we had 30 scores. So that's on 30 of 33 attempts. 30 scores, Um, we had 22 touchdowns. We also had 8 field goals, and that was a whopping 24. Let's see if I can pull this up into my screen so you can see it a little bit more better. If you see this video, anyone, it was at a whopping 24.24%. So I'm very happy about that. I like to see this red zone offense keep going, um, keep continue what they're doing, keep up the good work. I'm very proud of them to have that. So that's one thing I'm certain. Look, we could score. We have the ability to score. We just have to put our minds to it. We have to put a play in, and we have to score because 90.91% is very good. So and that puts you in second place in the American Conference. So you're in the top 5 right there, or the top 2. So that's one thing I'm looking at right there for the 2019 football season for the Tulane Green Wave. So, okay, that is the um, offense and defensive outlooks for the Tulane Green Wave football. We'll begin looking at the depth chart in 1 second. I'm about to switch this over. Give me 1 second to. So that's the So we'll pull that out. So okay, let's begin looking at this year's Tulane depth chart. I have it from a site called um, Out Outland Scout Service. This gives you college football depth charts and stuff like that, and who will be the running backs and who's going to be playing on the depth chart and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and view this right here. Okay. The wide receivers. We're going to begin with wide receivers. We have, let's see, the wide receiver core. We have 1 junior, 1 senior. That's Darnell Mooney. So I'm going to be looking for positive things out of Darnell Mooney this year. Also, let's see, the wide receiver core. So that would be your 3 wide receivers. Also, you have Kevin Ledee, Jareen Ballin, Ballin. That's Ballin, Jareen Ballin. He's a sophomore, so I'm looking for he's going to be the number 2 wide receiver. Also, J- um, Jacob Robinson. He is redshirt junior. So this wide receiver core, I'm gonna tell you, we have only 2 seniors. So and also we have they also only have 1 senior and 1 let's see, 2 juniors in that wide receiver tandem. So we have 2 juniors, 1 senior, and also a grad. So we have um, also the wide receiver core has sophomores. They have 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Yeah, 1, 2. So you got a pretty good tandem on those wide receiver cores. That's so you're gonna have two seniors, 2 juniors. They're gonna have to step it up this year if they're gonna be considered to be a good player. Also, let's go over the offensive line. Beginning with the left tackle, Tyler Johnson. He's a senior, so we got 1 senior on there. We're looking at the depth. Also, we have Corey Dumlin. He's a junior. Also, Christian Montano is a grad transfer. Also, so you got let's see, 1, 2. So that's 2. For the offensive line, you have three. So that's three seniors on your offensive line. So you got three seniors on your offensive line. You got Montenegro, um, Tyler Johnson, and I'm trying to see how many sophomores we have. Okay, the sophomores, we got one. We got Joey Claybrook. He's a sophomore, redshirt sophomore. Also, Nick Hogan. He's a sophomore. That's two. So Claybrook is one. Two. That's two right there. That's three. That's four. And yeah, that's four. So four. Um, so you have four seniors and one. Let's see, four sophomores, two seniors on your offensive line. You got four sophomores, two seniors, and two juniors coming in on this offensive line. Now, the tight ends. Um, Wallace, he's a sophomore, and also Tyrick James, he's a sophomore. So you only got two sophomore tight ends. So that's a very young tight end squad right there. Now the quarterback situation. Justin McMillan, he's going to be the quarterback, no matter what. Justin McMillan will be the quarterback because of his performance last year in the bowl games and regular season. Also, you're going to have, let's see, Keon Howard. He's a senior, so he's another senior. So this young man, this is a transfer senior out of Southern Miss. So once Justin McMillan's gone, I'm pretty sure you most likely will have Howard, or you will have Dane Ledford. That's going to be one of your quarterbacks. Dane Ledford. He's a sophomore. Sure, we recruited freshman quarterbacks in the recruiting period. We did. But look, you're going to get some experience. If like I said, if Justin McMillan, he's going to be gone next year, and it's and Howard's going to probably be in there. He's a senior, so he most likely will have to have another year under his belt. Now the running backs, I'm going to be very on these running backs. We got some talent right here. We have the three running backs coming back. We have Stephon Hudson, Corey Dolphine. Corey Dolphine had a pretty good year last year. Also, and Darius Bradwell. I want to see what Darius Bradwell can do. He can bust those lines. He can bust those middle runs, and that's one thing he can do. Or you could give it to him in space or something like that. So that's going to be the depth chart right there for the Tulane Green Wave. Now let's go ahead and break down the defensive side. Okay, Patrick Johnson is a junior. Cameron Sample is a junior. Also, DeAndre Williams is going to be a senior. He's a defensive tackle. So I think this is going to be a very veteran squad on the defensive side. So now on your special teams, let's go ahead and look at your special teams. Your place kicker is Merrick Glover. He's a senior. He's coming back. Also, Jaron Early. He's a senior. Also, holder is going to be Sterling Stockwell. He's a sophomore. Punt returners are going to be Robinson. I want to see what these young men can do. And also, Amari Jones. I want to see him have a breakout year as well. And also, Stephon Hudson will be in that mix as well. So, that's one thing I'm going to be looking at. This depth chart is very loaded this year. It's a loaded depth chart from top to bottom, both offense and defense. They're going to have some growing pains, but they're going to have to learn When we lose, if we lose this first game, they move on to the next game. This is a 14 game season for this football teams. So I'm looking forward to this year's season um, taking place. So, and I think this roster, I think this depth chart roster, uh, especially at the wide receiver core, we're going to have some talent on that wide receiver core that can make the plays for Tulane. So, um, that's my take on the roster depth chart breakdown for the Tulane football. So let's go ahead and break down the schedule for you. I'm going to be doing that in 1 second. Okay, let's break down the predictions first. Okay, this is the American Conference, Tulane. In the American Conference, okay, we'll show you everything that's on the screen. Tulane is picked to finish third. One publication has Tulane finishing fourth, and Phil Steele has them finishing third and a half. Look, I'm going to go with Phil Steele's analysis. I think if we win if we win 7 games this year, or 9 games this year, I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. I mean, I'm gonna say my prediction most likely is gonna be between 9-3, 6-6, 9-3, or 6-6. Or if we get injured, we most likely will be 7-5. So that's. I'm not gonna go with one prediction. I'm gonna either go with either or. We may go if we stay healthy the whole year. We may go 9-3. We may lose 3 games. That's going to be the important factor right there for this football team. So that's the breakdown. We'll go ahead and give you um, a schedule breakdown. I'm about to do that in 1 second. Let me switch it over. We got Ramsey rankings. We're going to give you the analysis on this season, the 2019 season. Okay, 2019 schedule as followed. Schedule is first, so they're going to have a tough schedule this year. They will have Florida International, which will be on Thursday night, August 29th. Thursday night, August 29th. Week 2, that will be on September 7th. They will have Auburn. They will not have I don't think they'll win in that game. That will be a blowout right there. So that's not going to be in the cards. That'll be another blowout game for us. But the next week, we will have an FCS schedule in Missouri State. And I think that's a winner right there. 91% says that's in the result. Now, Houston, most likely will be a win, because all the Houston games of the past in Yoma Stadium, they were close. Some of them were close, some of them were blowouts. I think back in, let's say, 2000 and 17, it was a very close game. It was a 16-14 score. We kind of lost that game. Now, Army might be a tough team to beat right there. That might be the toughest game to beat. They have us at 26%, but anything can happen in these games. Now, the next week we will have UConn. That's on October 12th. We have a 92% chance of winning that game, but it would be 42-20. That would be the actual score, but I don't think it's going to happen. It most likely be higher than that. Also, we'll have Memphis. Memphis is a 31% chance to win. That's might not be a because they're gonna remember what they did last year to that they got blown out by the Wave in Yeoman Stadium by a final of 40-24. So they're gonna remember that game, and that's most likely gonna be a low-scoring game in that Memphis game. Now Navy, you got a 50% chance to win that game. It might be the same score because both teams can score now. Memphis and Tulane, they can score. Now you have Tulsa. That's going to be at home. They put it. Massey puts it at 78% chance of winning. That is a 78% chance of winning. The next week you'll have Temple. Your odds will be very low, but you most likely won't win that game. So that's at Temple. And the next week on the 23rd, that's probably a week before, I think Thanksgiving week, you'll have UCF. That's probably a week before Thanksgiving. You have a 22% chance of winning. So I'm pretty sure anything can happen in that football game. Anything can happen. Now SMU. This is going to be the game. If we go on maybe a 5-game winning streak, if we're 2-5 like we did last year, and we go on a 5-game winning streak, and we have to be bowl eligible, that would be my bowl game bowl eligibility win right there. So that would be my bowl. So that is the breakdown of the Tulane football season. So that is the information. So let's go ahead and close it out. Okay, this concludes the Tulane 2019 football video preview. We will have this uploaded to Facebook and YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. If you like this video, you can give me your comments and stuff on there. Sports Talk with Carol Wiemeyer on Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, WordPress, and Tumblr. You can always follow me on the Facebook page. That's my personal page on the screen. That's my information. And also you can follow me on the Sports Talk with Carol Wiemeyer sports page. That's on Facebook. So we're hoping for a good season. We're just hoping we get into a bowl game again this year, because I'm going to be honest with you, we don't need this season to be in question again. Like we had back in 2013, and then when we had Curtis Johnson, we kind of went down into the dump. So that's my analysis on the Tulane football season. We will have another video like these. We'll have the Southeastern Louisiana video on Monday night. We'll also have the New Orleans Saints video that will be me breaking down these the Saints and the depth charts and stuff like that, and the Saints' chances of winning this year. We'll have that on Wednesday night. So we'll have those videos for you on Facebook and YouTube. Until then, we'll be back tomorrow with the regular Sports Talk with Carol Wiemeyer show. We will have breakdowns and previews each and every week during the football season. So until then, everybody have a rest of your a good rest of your Saturday evening and after night. So everybody have a good evening.